Over the past few days, Nigeria has been in turmoil and crisis, particularly over the refusal of the Nigerian senators, led by Senator godswill Akpabio, to transmit the results of the 2027 elections electronically. A lot of people have said that this is a move by the Senate and the federal government to sabotage the election and install a leader that is not the choice of the people in the coming elections. Powerful politicians like Peter Obi, Amechi, Atiku Abubakar, amongst others, have joined this protest. Millions of Nigerian youths are also protesting around the country. But in this video, we'll be explaining what the people are demanding and how this could lead to a calamitous end for the country. There have been fresh provisions empowering INEC to apply discretion for transmission. We'll break down all of this in this video. But before that, if it's your first time on our YouTube channel, consider clicking the red subscribe button, turning on the notification icon so you don't miss out on future videos from this channel. Atiku Abubakar, who is the opposition to the APC, has said that they must oppose the amended bill passed by the Senate. For the second time in a few days, the Senate yesterday failed to ensure real-time mandatory electronic transmission of election results into Nigeria's electoral law, opting instead for a controversial amendment that leaves the process to the discretion of the Independent National Electoral Commission. At a tense, chaotic, and at times disorderly emergency sitting, the upper chamber made the dramatic U-turn on its earlier position and passed an amendment to the 2022 Electoral Act, approving electronic transmission of results from polling units but retaining provisions for manual collation where network challenges the transmission occur, and by recommending that if electronic transmissions fail, each polling officer could send results by manual transmission to the next level of collation center, and the Senate has opened the door to chaos. With many of the country's 176,000 plus polling units potentially citing network challenges to resort to manual transmission, increasing the likelihood of tampering and manipulation of results by claiming electronic transmission failure. Also, with results moving physically from thousands of polling units to collation centers, a lot of people have warned that the issue of integrity of the results will be called to question, and one that delays, manipulations, conflicting figures, and breakdown of public trust could overwhelm the electoral system and threaten national stability. Adding further that the country could be plunged into widespread confusion, disputes, and post-election chaos. At the center of the controversy was Clause 63 of the Electoral Act of Nigeria, where the lawmakers retained the word transfer rather than transmission of election results, a choice that sparked nationwide outrage and renewed fears over the credibility of future elections. The meeting yesterday convened primarily to adopt the votes and proceedings of a previous plenary, quickly degenerated into fierce procedural battles, exposing deep divisions among senators over whether the chamber could revisit a decision already taken within the same legislative session. Presided over by the Senate President Akpabio godswill, the extraordinary session was punctuated by repeated interventions from the chair as tempers flared, points of order flew across the chamber, and order repeatedly broke down. The crisis erupted shortly after Akpabio began reading excerpts from the votes and proceedings when Senate Chief Whip Senator Tahiye Mongo invoked orders, and his motion immediately threw the chamber into confusion, with several senators questioning whether such a move was wise enough. A lot of people have joined the protest, with multiple politicians like Peter Obi joining the protest, talking about why the transmission of the electoral results is mandatory, and how it will affect the elections if not transmitted in that. The Senate has also proposed dual mode transmission of election results, as the Senate approves amended clause allowing transmission of polling unit results with safeguards in case of a technical failure. They reached the resolution reversing its previous position on the clause after an emergency session on Tuesday. The Senate returned to an emergency session to iron out the contentious issues in the passage of the proposed 2026 Electoral Amendment Bill, particularly that permits presiding officers to transmit election results electronically from each polling unit to INEC IRF portal in real time, and thereby making it mandatory. In making a U-turn on its earlier action, the upper legislative chamber rescinded forthwith its earlier decision that replaces the word transmission for transfer, bowing to the public outcry that has since trailed its rejection of electronic transmission in real time. The Senate voted that where there is a network failure, that it should be transmitted by the agent. This has raised a lot of concerns from well-meaning Nigerians all over the country about the integrity of these transmitted files for the election results that determine the fate of millions of Nigerians all over the world. If you watched this video to this point, kindly click the red subscribe button and turn on the notification icon so you don't even start on future videos from this channel, because on this channel we discuss exactly what goes on in Nigeria's political, economic, and business landscape. You may want to share the video to your friends who are also interested in these topics so they do not miss out on future videos. And on that same note, I'll be seeing you in my very next video. Don't forget to share the video to your friends who are in other parts of the world who want to get real-time information on Nigeria's economic and political landscape, where we transmit high-value news in real time to the Nigerian audience and also to those in diaspora. Don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you in my very next one.